depends for who plays it well.
But we are going to be finally getting into this game. And again, it is going to be Skeldra on that Magyar. I almost didn't recognize it. I haven't seen that skin used that much before, but we had that hammer, and then I just instantly knew.
That skin is so sick.
I mean, that is awesome, dude.
Yeah, that is just my colors, dude. That is amazing. Kyna looking for the dodge out. Not able to get that dash and side light. Backing off a little bit. Going to be looking for that D-light. Now, you're really noticing Kyna is opting to play a lot more grounded than Skeldra is. Skeldra up in the air, looking for these jump callouts, getting that stomp sider. Kyna just kind of dominating the neutral right now. And now, the great sword pickup gets the downer after that. Good amount of damage onto the board. But now, you're stuck off stage. Can you find a way to make it back on?
Picks up that greatsword and just immediately fires up. Kyna, though, on this axe, doing a phenomenal job at coming back with that damage. Going to find that first knockout, sticking to the axe by the looks of things as well. Skeldra now on 2 stocks, picks up that hammer again. It looks like he's favoring the hammer, especially in the early stocks here, which I think is interesting. Probably looking to swap that weapon, because you would want greatsword for the damage buildup and hammer for the knockouts.
Right now, Skeldra not able to get more than one piece after every single hit, right? Kyna is always able to convert this into a couple of hits, and Skeldra only getting one at a time. Kyna lapping Skeldra in damage, getting the sider, getting him off stage. That one just barely not connecting, and Skeldra comes back on. Neutralite does connect. Skeldra, this is a bit of a tough opening.
Bit of a difficult opening indeed. He does find that beginning string though, but Kyna with a Sayer into the weapon throw, into the second one. That could be the stock over, and it will indeed. Kyna has an amazing start right now. 3 stocks against 1. He's already thinking about how to close this out, and Skeldra is probably already thinking about game 2.
Yeah, that movement speed or the lack thereof off stage is a little bit difficult because you don't have as much drift and as many mix-ups as you would actually like. This time around, though, Skeldra picking the hammer back up. I don't think that was the momentum that he needed to get like the fastest weapon toss. And so didn't go off stage. And now, getting that one off stage, let's see, Skeldra just going to come back and pick up the greatsword. This might be a little difficult to close out the stock with this kind of weapon.
Kyna almost able to pick up that ground pound, but Skeldra again coming back with even more damage. It could be too little too late by now though, Dara.
Okay, another D-light as well. Kyna just continuing these juggles. Finally, the falling sider is able to connect. Skeldra keeping himself in the game, nodding his head, knowing that he still has a mountain to climb ahead of him. Sometimes greatsword can absolutely explode. You just need that one dodge. You just need to bait it once. But I love the patience, but Kyna just played that game better, taking game 1 with a bit of confidence. Oh man.
And again, we spoke to Skeldra before this game started. He didn't quite believe in the Magyar pick, but he did want to try and commit onto it. But he has other stuff in his arsenal. I'm trying to look over at the screens right now. I can't see what he's picking, but I would be surprised if he goes to the Magyar again.
I think that's the JN that he just picked into, if I'm not mistaken from here. But yes, so that was a little bit tricky, especially when it came to coming back onto the stage. Definitely struggled a little bit. And what kind of really came out on top was in the advantage state. When he was setting up these juggles, when he was setting up, you know, with like Axe D-Light, Skeldra had a bit of a tough time coming back down to the ground. And anytime that Skeldra was able to get like one hit, being like a hammer downer or something, he was never able to convert it into multiple hits. So if you're not connecting your combos, you're not able to match the kind of damage output that Kyna has.
Exactly. This is just not a super good matchup for the greatsword, because you can win those neutral encounters and you can find those reads, but only just 1 or 2 true combos from a hammer or an axe, and so much of that work is down in the drain. Skeldra swapping over to the sword now, and I mean, he's not doing bad in the neutral. His neutral is going very evenly up against Kyna. If he's able to stay on the same level as Kyna whenever he's on that sword, this could be a very different environment here.
Yeah, so he's doing something really simple here. He's going for a lot of GCD lights. Oh gosh, what an edge guard. My goodness, I was going to say, he stays just above Kyna and going for like a lot of GCD lights just so that he can hit him grounded, since Kyna isn't jumping that much.
Yeah, exactly. Skeldra playing from behind down, needs to find this knockout as soon as possible. Kyna looking for any kind of damage build up he can get. Skeldra though, beautiful GCD light. Sayer able to pick up the landing as well. Nice edge guarding.
Yeah, all he had to do was threaten him with his position alone, and then he was able to find the 1-2-3. Now Skeldra totally even with Kyna. This is an excellent game 2 to have here. Now let's see how the GS hammer matchup does. Skeldra not too confident in this one. We talked about it with him. We'll have to see how it ends up playing out. Nice dodge, able to avoid that. Comes back onto the stage, not connecting any of these down airs, but again, going for these immediate finishers instead of any chase dodges after the D-Light bridge. So I'm curious to see what Skeldra is going to do to try and catch some of these dodges with Kyna.
Kyna thinking he's already done enough work on that hammer, swapping over, actually still going back to it. I mean, you're already in KO %. So close at this point. Goes for that D-Sig, but Skeldra's able to pick up that punish. Still, even game all throughout. It's anyone's game. Skeldra almost able to pick up a stock. I mean, at this point, you see Skeldra, he finds one read. That could be the end of Kyna's stock, but Kyna, those stomp stairs, man. You got those consistent options that you can throw out. And they're doing magic.
Yeah, if there's anything that Stomp brings, it is consistency, because you can always just connect that. It's a basic execution test every day of the week. At the moment, though, kind of looking for that downer, looking to catch a dodge down. Skeldra connecting that side, getting another one as well. Chase dodging and looking for a jump read, though. My goodness, it doesn't come out, but now the damage is tacking on here. The recovery doesn't. Skeldra is in the game.
Skeldra keeping it surprisingly close right now. Able to get that stock off with the combo. Sticking to the greatsword now. He needs a read. If he's able to pick up a read, this is so possible. But Kyna, so close. Still, that dodge, he's not going to be able to line it up. Kyna with an amazing wake up as well. He keeps this damage going. Gets the second stomp here as well. This stock is all Kyna so far. But the weapon throw interrupting his combo. Kyna doesn't even care. He finds the next one. He finds the second one, the third one.
But now Skeldra has the sword in hand, and that's going to bring a bit of consistency, but that does not matter. The downer is going to take Skeldra off the top. Skeldra feeling that one a little bit. That is not the way that you want to go out in that game too, especially once you've picked up a bit of momentum. I do love what the sword did for Skeldra that game. He was able to catch Kyna a lot on the ground, especially when he had hammer in hand, and the J.O.N pick just allowed him to get back onto the stage a little bit easier than last game. We just saw how difficult it was for Magyar to get back on. So honestly, I like this switch, and I'm glad that Skeldra is sticking with it.
Yeah, it was a much better game all throughout compared to the first one. And the first two stocks as well, incredibly even. It was just something clicked with Kyna at the beginning of that last stock. And it looks like Kyna is still delivering that kind of energy, as he is giving Skeldra a really, really hard time right now, just in the beginning of the third game.
Excellent patience. Skeldra just said, hey, you're going to stomp eventually. I know that you want this. Great. I'm going to punish that with a neutralite. Now with greatsword in hand, how do you actually make it back onto the stage? Skeldra looking for the down air, dash jumping, not able to punish those stomps. Greatsword does not have a lot of super non-committal grounded options, right? But now, maneuvering back onto the stage, another recovery comes out.
Looking for just anything right now, but Kyna is quick on his feet. One amazing combo, though. There could have been an amazing follow-up. It's not going to connect. Kyna gets back onto stage, and you see it there again. Skeldra disheartened. One hammer neutralite is all it's going to take that stock off of Skeldra, and Kyna is now trying to guard this weapon.
Yeah, this is already looking like a really confident opening for Kyna. Excellent punish there. Gets that sidelight, waits out the dodge. That's not going to be enough. That has a lot of defense on him, right? So Skeldra picking up the sword yet again. Kind of looking for the down air wait, didn't actually find it, and the weapon toss is going to be able to seal it out. And again, so good that Skeldra did not allow much more damage to commence. He's keeping this as even as possible, but he is still yet to attain a lead.
Having a really hard time finding damage on this greatsword. Kyna, he just breaks that neutral bubble, and as soon as he does, he pushes this advantage stage, finding so much damage right now. Skeldra already down into red. Kyna's looking for a knockout, but Skeldra on the greatsword might be able to get somewhat of a response before he finds it.
Neutralite comes out, not enough to take the stock, gets the weapon toss though, but Skeldra all out of resources off stage, not going to be able to make it back on, and now Kyna has quite the massive lead. Skeldra has a lot of work ahead of him. Skeldra is just not able to match Kyna's damage output, and Kyna has a bit more survivability than Skeldra does at the moment. GCD light doesn't come out, not spaced well enough to hit Kyna on the ground, gets the recovery, gets a side air, has Kyna stuck in disadvantage.
Unable to find that stair though, breaking the neutral bubble yet again. Skeldra with some beautiful aerials, able to get Kyna off the ground, but as soon as he does come back, he's on that hammer. I'm just waiting for that stomp stair to come out. Skeldra able to stay in his stock just a little bit longer, but Kyna nair super close. Stomp stair comes out. This could be a threat here.
Okay, Skeldra maneuvering, being as patient as possible, coming back on, and again, Kyna with the immediate dodge out of the bridge. Doing it again and again, and Skeldra just keeps on going for these immediate finishers. He has just not been able to catch on to Kyna's dodge patterns.
Kyna going for the Russian mob again. That is going to be the end. 2 stocks left on the board, 3-0 on the scoreboard. Kyna in top 12 is going to continue progressing throughout the bracket, and that is unfortunately going to be the end of Skeldra's run. I mean, it was a good run. We're all the way down into top 12. On winner's side? Are you telling me Skeldra's still in the tournament?
Yeah, no. Skeldra upset Salome to make it into winner's side of the top 8 qualifier. So Skeldra is
I can barely believe this.
Yeah, Skeldra is still in it, and the next set that we have coming up